shy, so he wouldn't.
How was the game, Sam?
Good.
Yeah, you had fun?
Yeah, except for the ball.
I know, yeah, that's not good, but. You gonna write your dad's story tonight?
I don't know how.
That's okay, he doesn't either. That was a softball right there. I could not go for that one.
He had a couple of those tonight. Couple layups.
I was on this track. I could be.
Hey, Sam, how you doing, buddy? Ready.
Joe Varden, The Athletic. Larry, it was such a good game for 3 quarters, and then the first part of the fourth there just seemed to get away from you. What happened?
Yeah, I really thought that team kind of wore us down a little bit. We were trying to mix up some defenses, particularly when Embiid was in the game. He's just so big, and it's a tough matchup for, any of our guys. But we tried to mix some things up. And when we missed shots or we took bad shots, they made shots. And it was just one of those situations. I thought our guys, we played hard. I thought at stretches we could have been better, but margin for error in this game was very small for us, and margin for errors is not just a turnover. It's a bad shot. It's a missed defensive assignment. It's not getting back defensively. It is not staying on the body of shooters, and they capitalized, and then they made shots.
You guys obviously you're dealing with injuries, but when you got Alec and his first couple games, and he was playing really well, you talked a lot about how you loved him and Jordan together, and you've split them, and Alec has struggled for about a week now. Do you think there's anything to that, or is he just going through a slump?
I don't think it's a slump. And you're absolutely right. When I had Alec and JC kind of like playing together, they were really playing well off of each other. And since a couple of injuries, since David went out, we had to kind of tweak the lineup a little bit. I really want to get back to the way it was, but we can't do that until physically we're ready to move forward with a couple of guys getting back. But I really thought that with both Alec and JC, the way they were playing off each other, I thought we found something. And I definitely want to get back to that eventually. But until we get everybody back or a couple more guys back, we'll probably just have to go the way we're going right now.
And then my last one, it seems like I haven't done a deep analysis on the numbers, but it seems like since Delly's come here that the ball's moving again and that your assist numbers are up. Is that something that you think he's causing on this team?
Well, certainly. I think the thing that he really does, it brings to this team is he's a timely passer. He makes the extra pass. In transition, he recognizes when to throw it ahead early versus when to bring it up on the dribble. In our offense, the ball never sticks with him. If it's not there, he's got it out of his hand. Coming off of a pick and roll, certainly I want him to explore, and the ball is going to be in his hand a lot more. But he's doing a great job of finding people, making passes, and I haven't looked at the numbers as well, but I would think that our assist totals have gone up since he's been here, because he is he's not just a terrific passer, but he's a willing passer.
Marla, right now, Akron Beacon Journal. Nwaba was plus 14. What are you seeing now that he's come back from him?
Well, I'm seeing that he's he's kind of getting into a little bit of a groove. With him right now, he is on a minutes restriction. Certainly, when the guy's playing as well as he's been playing, I would love to keep him in there and play him longer, but you can't do it right now until I get the okay that we can up his minutes a little bit. But he's been good while he's been in there. He plays with the physicality. He'll rebound the ball. He'll take the challenge of guarding people. He brings the toughness. And what he's done thus far. Since his return is something that we've been missing in his absence. So, hopefully, when he wakes up tomorrow, he'll be feeling better, and we can, as I mentioned before, we can extend his minutes.
Just one more quick one. I know it was forced by foul trouble, but the Nance and the 4 guards looked pretty good.
Well, I tell you, it really put us in a little bit of a, I wouldn't call it a dilemma, but we kind of had to change our plans a little bit after Rodney picked up those 2 early fouls, and we did go with some a different look. We did play 1 big and 4 smalls around him, but Certainly, it gives you the ability to be quicker, but playing against a Philadelphia team, you're very susceptible to the offensive rebound. And I thought being small, which we would take a look at, and we'll see how if it worked in our favors. And if it did work in our favors, we were going to stay with it. But if it didn't work in our favors, we had to make some changes because they're just too big, too physical on the glass, and just something that we wouldn't be able to sustain.
Chris Manning, SB Nation. Jaron Blossomgame played his third game in 3 nights, and he came in, obviously, after all the injuries to just play a bunch of minutes. Did you expect that he'd come in and just handle all that and handle playing 3 games in 3 nights just so easily?
I didn't. I really didn't. And I didn't know much about JB. I tell you, I was talking to some of our scouts about him when we got him, and they were telling me the things that he brought to the table. And one thing I really like about him is he's a live wire. He's very energetic and he's very springy. And he brings a toughness when he plays. And I want to utilize that. I want to, as I said before, with our team, we have to be a team that can get up and down. We have to get easy baskets. We just can't rely on the half court. And he has speed, he has quickness, and as I said, he's very lively and energetic. So I really want to give him a really good look, and I like the things that I've seen thus far. And hopefully I can continue to play him and find minutes for him.
And real quick on Jetty, he shot better tonight. What do you think his ideal offensive role is with
Who is that?
With Jetty? And there's obviously Kevin's out and Tristan's out, but what do you think his ideal role is with the offense right now?
Well, offensively, I think he's a slasher. I've always looked at him as a slasher. I think he has the ability to make the 3, and I don't mind him taking the 3, particularly if it's within the offense. But I think he's a slasher. I think he's a ball reversal and catch it and go guy, because he can get to the basket, he can draw contact. He has a good mid range. But when he's attacking, when he comes off attacking, I think that's when he's the most effective. And as I've had a conversation, and I've told him I want him always in the attack mode. Okay, in transition, if he gets it off the glass, bring it out on the dribble. Look and see, survey the floor, but I want you aggressive, and I want you attacking. And when he's played like that, he's been good, because when he's attacking, he gets to the basket or he gets fouled, and he gets to the free throw line. So I see him more of a slasher, attacker type guy, but certainly, as I said, if he has his feet set and he has a good look at a 3 within what we do offensively, I want him taking it.
Larry, Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. Tonight your starters were outscored by 40 compared to Philadelphia's starters. And it's become a trend with the bench kind of picking up the slack for the starters. What do you need more from the starting group?
Defensively, I need them to be more sound. We have not been a sound defensive ball club at the start of the game, and we have not brought the type of physicality that I think a starting team should bring at the very beginning of the game. Your bench is supposed to they're supposed to bring energy. They're supposed to bring defense. If their starting group is not going good, they're supposed to kind of pick up the pace. And our bench, we have an energized bench, and I love that about those guys. But we've got to get our starters. We got to get more of an aggression out of them. They've got to be much more physical. They've got to be much more aggressive, and they've got to be they've got to move the basketball. When the ball sticks, that's when we get in trouble. We've got to move the basketball from side to side. When we have to look to attack, we have to make the extra pass. I was just talking to some of our coaches, and, with our team, margin for error is small. We have to accept that. And when I say error, I'm not just talking about a turnover. I'm talking about bad shot selection. I'm talking about not making the extra pass. Defensively, not getting back. When we are in our set defense, if we're not, when guys are driving, we're not full bodying guys. We have to do all the little things. All the little things, because those little things, they sum up to be big things for our ball club, and that's just who we have to be.